Paul Cézanne also lived and worked in Provence. With Seurat, Cézanne was the most influential figure of this generation. He had had a decisive contact with the Impressionists in the 1870s, but he left Paris and went home to the family estate in Provence. There, for the rest of his life, he painted and repainted the landscapes where he had spent his boyhood. Cézanne was not a tourist. He was therefore quite different from all the other artists we've discussed so far. Cézanne alone remained faithful to the Impressionist program of open-air painting, an art based on direct observation of the physical world. Day after day, for almost 30 years, he set himself to find an answer to this question. Could he make a new art based entirely on what he called his petites sensations? Petites sensations was one of Cézanne's key concepts. Sensation in French has two meanings. It refers both to physical perceptions and also to human feelings. Cézanne was never a distanced observer. The countryside was the living proof of the people who had used it, shaped it, marked it. But it seems that he felt that it was only by a careful study of the precise physical forms of nature, the actual colours that he saw, that he could reach through to the full implications of its human meaning. He was later to write, "I am its consciousness, the landscape thinks itself in me." When Cézanne painted the people of the region, he produced monumental portraits of people he neither sentimentalized nor patronized. If there is a distance between himself and his subjects, it is one of respect for the difference between himself, a middle-class man, and those of another class and culture. He submitted people to the same discipline as the mountain, while he patiently analyzed the field of colored light for which his paintbrush had to find an adequate sign on canvas. It was his honesty about the status of art as representation which led Cézanne to his preoccupation with technique. He wrote, "I wished to copy nature, but I could not. But I was satisfied when I discovered that though the sun could not be reproduced, it could be represented by something else, color." In the 1880s, like Seurat, Cézanne rejected the disorder of Impressionist painting and evolved what has been called his constructive brushstroke, carefully building up his pictures by small facets of finely modulated colour. This makes his pictures dense and at times claustrophobic. But Cézanne always tried to recreate through colour a sense of space and solidity of form.